Hey, pod kids, since we didn't get to do this at the start of the podcast, I'm going to do it. Welcome to Wake Up Juice Podcast. We have guests for this episode. We have Ralph Mendoza and Sam Potenciano. They are a lovely couple, both very experienced in the publishing world. Youngstar, Candy Mag, and Sam is into fashion. Ralph is into photography. And anyway, I think in short, they're very static. So I definitely recommend that you check their vlog out. But also, they recently traveled to Singapore, just like how Sabin and I and the kids did. And we just talked about our trip and marami kaming budol dito. So if you plan to go to Singapore soon, this is the perfect episode for you. Despite going there multiple times already, Sab and I, in this recent trip, ang dami namin na bago na naman natutunan and it was pretty awesome. So aside from that, we talk about traveling, what to do when you're a young couple with no kids, and if you're a young couple or a couple with kids, and what you could do when traveling. So I hope you guys enjoy the episode.
Ralph is a photographer. Ralph, can you tell our pod kids about what you do?
Oh yeah, I'm a photographer. That's what I do for a living. And I guess I've been a photographer for like, what, 8 years or so. I started out as a writer and then, I do it for a living, but then I like to do it for fun too.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of like portraits and like casual stuff and like travel photos. So since now we're a bit nervous, like it's our first pod.
Not.
Yeah,
and
it's
we're
okay.
Sleep last night.
We're rarely on
I want
Zoom.
What's your 5-year
We're rarely
plan?
on Zoom. 5-year plan.
Joke
We're
lang.
rarely
Okay,
on
sige.
Zoom
let's
too,
not
so,
make
like-
it formal now, Jim.
Hindi,
Go ahead.
okay.
But yeah.
I wanna clarify, okay?
Mm-mm.
Mhm.
I like these silences.
Mm.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah, it's
I unlike Sab, I am not a professional.
We haven't had a guest.
I
in-
can't be snappy. But
Okay.
anyway, so first of all, when we were watching your vlog, the first thing I wanted to ask, and I think
Yeah.
it would be
Backgrounder lang. They make these amazing travel vlogs.
Yeah.
They have such
Yeah.
cute, like these aesthetics. Sobra akong like, I missed vlogging and I have, nakita ko yun. Like, I love the fonts that you use. The colors are so
That's her.
rich. And then, ang ganda ng mga may inserts ka ng film photography ni Ral. Ang ganda.
Yeah.
And then,
Thank
sobrang
you.
nakarelate dun sa Singapore series because we
That's
just...
what it evolved to, nga, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
but you know what I like though?
Yeah.
I think in the world of overstimulating stuff,
Yeah.
Mm.
It's not...
this is my vibe. Sorry, I mean like I like that it's real. There's a pace, and
Mm.
you know it doesn't have to be like kasi yun nga nakailang budol na ako the 5 steak
Yeah.
places you haven't tried. And I tried reserving it for Sab, and then parang when we sabi ko, uy, parang tingnan mo to kasi sorry, I'm known kasi to be
Yeah.
always scammed. So I like the fact that there's a pace
And it's
basically.
very authentic because it's just sharing what they experienced. They're not saying like, this is the best, try it out. You have to go here. It's really like just capturing your experience.
But
That's the fun of it. Yeah.
question, what is your current rig setup? Because I'm sure a lot of people wanna start vlogging, and kasi I saw you use the furry baby mic.
The furry
Oh
baby.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
yeah, yeah.
what's your current gear when you guys travel?
Honestly, like from the beginning, we've just been using our phones. Like it's all our phones. Like it's just us on our
Wow.
phones. Like, and people are always asking us like, what do you use? What like filters do you use? It's literally all our phones.
Yeah.
We don't even like color grade our videos or anything.
What?
And it makes it, I think, super sustainable for us because it's like so easy. It's so
It's
easy. It's
loosey-goosey
super low maintenance. And I guess it reflects our personality
And then,
also.
yeah.
Like we're
That
not
is-
super technical. We're very like loose and we like, yeah. And it helps us
That
when we
is
travel.
so
Like you
much
just pull up your
fun.
phone, you just like take what's in front of you.
we did upgrade though to the Rode mic.
We did add the
Yeah.
mic because the audio was not it.
That's what Jim saw.
Yeah, the audio was
So Rode mic.
I have
Oh.
that, tapos di siya, nasira yung sa akin.
Oh.
Sumbong natin.
So, pwede ba ako
Right.
IT?
Pwede pa nala-move
Paayos.
namin yung Rode mic namin.
Send
Sige,
namin sa
sige.
inyo and then can you try to
Tapos,
like figure it out?
Bubuksan namin yung Rode mic.
Yeah, but what, like I said, what I really connected with is one of your recent vlogs. I think it's a series about Singapore, and Jim and I have been traveling to Singapore for a long time, even before we had kids. And we went back recently as a family, and I don't know. I feel like it's changed a little bit, but it's still just this like, parang there are some staple things about Singapore as a country that is just, it brings comfort to me. And Sam, I know you studied there.
Yeah.
Right? What did you study there?
I took up fashion communication at like an art school there. Yeah.
And for
like
4
learning-
years you lived there?
Yeah, I lived there for 4 years. Like basically learning how to like work in a magazine, doing writing, editorial.
Yeah.
Can I just
Were
say
you guys
something?
together then?
Oh, sorry.
Yes. Ano.
Sorry, because when we first started dating, she said she went to LaSalle.
Ah.
I thought the LaSalle in Taft, pero LaSalle in Singapore pala.
May ganun pala.
So I was like,
Kasal
okay,
SG.
fancy.
Ah.
So,
And so you guys met after you studied there?
No, we actually met like he
friend of a friend.
friend of a friend. He used to date my friend actually like in college, like way back, like in college. Like but we were both in like relationships, and it wasn't until like I moved back from Singapore after college. He like messaged me on Facebook Messenger. And he's like, "Do you want to go out?"
Hindi naman kaagad.
No. It was like years and years after. Like no, it's no overlap. Like years and years
Ano
later.
lang, ano.
And then that's how we ended up going out.
Yeah.
When did you guys
Yeah.
start the when did you guys, kasi parang I think that is a commitment to say Ralph and Saab, I mean Jim and Saab, and put it on
Yeah.
You guys are married.
We're married.
And for how long have
For
you been
6 years
married?
now.
We've been married for 6 years. Yeah.
6
Yeah,
years
we were
now?
married for a long time. We were
Together
for a long
for-
time. But we started dating in like 2011, like right after I moved back to the Philippines. You guys also?
Same time.
Same.
Oh,
2011.
as in 2011?
Yes.
Oh,
2011.
wow.
Yes, 2011.
Yes.
How cool.
Aw,
That's
love
cool.
it.
Yeah, some common
And
ground
same
there.
rin. No, he dated my... I dated his friend. Pare-pareho talaga.
I know because we
So
listen
you-
to your pod all the time. So we've heard this story.
Uh-huh. So you guys got
Yeah.
married and then you started the vlog, right?
We didn't start the vlog until like
It's been 2 years.
2
It's not even 2 years. We're actually celebrating the second anniversary of the vlog next week.
Love it. Oh,
Ah.
May
And-
I have
and-
vlog, but yeah.
Sorry. And I saw na even during the pandemic, you guys were
Mhm.
I mean yung medyo mid-pandemic, right?
It was
you went
like-
to Bangkok or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like
Nakita.
2 years into the pandemic. That's when we actually started vlogging. I think because
Ah.
we were talking about it, we started vlogging because we finally bought a smart TV, which is kind of late into the pandemic. But then we were like, oh, and we never really watched YouTube or anything. But then when we finally got the smart TV, we were like, whoa, there's so much stuff. And we couldn't travel at the time. There's like super lockdown. And so the very first trip that we went to was Bangkok. And we were like, let's just try to do it in our style. Like you were saying, it's kind of more like laid back the pace and it's not so in your face. And it's not the kind of content that we were seeing on YouTube. So we're just like, let's try it. It's for fun. It's whatever. Yeah, that's how
Oh
we
my
started.
can I steal your idea?
Yeah.
I'm gonna do exactly it.
We could do it together.
Yes. But so do you feel
Exploring,
like travel revenge revenge travel is a real thing?
Yeah, definitely.
Definitely.
No? Being stuck
especially
at
for
home?
us, yeah. And especially like the interest, I think, in travel content. Like there were people we were following when we were starting that inspired us, and then they super blew up over the pandemic because people couldn't go out and they were like living through their vlogs and going like traveling through their vlogs.
Like who?
Yeah.
Who were
Your inspo.
sino yung mga inspo?
Inspo.
Like Willie Revillame, ganun?
Kanya-kanya kami inspo. Like
He watches a lot of like photography vloggers, I think, and I'd watch a lot of like lifestyle travel vlogs, which is similar to the content that we make.
I like this one where it's a countryside vlog. Ganyan.
Parang calming. And speaking of calming, like your
Yeah.
voice, Sam, is just
Oh.
so. I could just listen to it. You should. Can you host this podcast?
Oh, coming from you guys,
So
that's so
I
nice.
love
Oh,
the
nice.
narration.
Thank you.
Ay, Ralph, sige na nga ikaw na rin.
Voiceover. She does the voiceovers. That's why I don't want to like go after her because her voiceovers are really good. When it's me,
So
parang
nice.
the mood.
Yeah.
But yeah,
So nice. And I saw in your Singapore vlog specifically the thing that I connected with, especially before we had kids, we like trying these experiences in different countries. And you guys did some workshops, right? Like you made the Singapore sling, which is a drink that was it's founded in Singapore. And you went to the place that actually invented it, tama ba?
Oh, we went to a place that does their version of it, but it's like right
there.
across. It's like nearby because I think it was invented in Raffles Hotel. It's like a gin-based cocktail. Everyone goes to that hotel. And then this place is like a craft cocktail place. They make their own gin in Singapore. They have their own distillery and they made their version of it, which is like inspired by chendol, which is like an iced, I think Malay dish. I don't know if you guys have ever tried that when you were there. Like the hawker
No.
centers. It's kind of like
No.
their halo, I guess.
Hawker
Yeah.
Or something
Yes.
like that. Yeah. Yeah,
I
it's really
did
interesting.
medyo naglaway ako dun sa yung kaya toast nyo na pero pandesal.
Yeah.
We did this kaya
No.
toast. You guys ate it.
Traditional Singaporean breakfast is really good.
It's really
Yeah,
That's
pero you
that's
guys
what we
had a
look for
kaya.
talaga.
You
It's
guys
like a
had
bun,
kaya
right?
toast. Pero it was
It's
like
Kaya
a
the
bun.
white bread. Yeah.
Yeah.
Tapos I
That's our
saw
first time also
the,
having that.
the block of butter.
I
on
did
top.
not see
Yeah.
that.
And then
Wow.
parang they were dipping it in egg.
Set up.
The soft-boiled egg. Yeah,
Yeah.
chin me chin. Yeah. It's pretty
Yun.
good.
So actually, for me, I had a whole
Yeah.
spiel before Sab
Sure.
hijack.
I'm sorry.
My spiel is that Singapore is the
I'm
hub.
not supposed to say it if you have a spiel, I just
But
get into it.
I think I have to. The preamble is required because the spiel is so brilliant.
Okay, go.
Singapore.
Envelope.
Singapore is
Kaya toast.
Singa-
Made
Go
in
on.
Singapore is the hub. Ano ba tawag doon? This what do they call it?
Melting pot.
The travel hub. This
Yeah,
Travel
you can
hub.
say that.
you could say that a travel hub, right? Because the airport is like heaven, and anyway, it's the central
We
thing.
could spend the whole
Yeah.
episode just talking about the airport.
And also,
Yeah.
also, Juan, like even in corporate culture, right? Parang that's why they go to Singapore, let's say, and then they're parang kumbaga, and then they go to whatever. So that's why there are a bunch of expats and in Singapore. So anyway, I also see it as it has become the central hub of our different eras.
Yeah, definitely.
Sab and I, when we were single, we separately went to Singapore a lot, right?
Yes, I went there a lot for work.
I went there for work. I wanted to study there. And then when we started dating, nag-Universal Studios tayo, right? And then so Universal Studios, Hawkers,
Did you ever go to
Lots-
Singapore with an ex-girlfriend?
me, no.
Okay.
Not me.
Okay.
Where was that place where sorry, what's the name of the place?
Maxwell.
No, yung maraming
Orchard.
tog-togs.
Party.
Sorry. Parties.
Zouk? No.
No.
Oh my god.
Sorry, that's a club. It's like an old club from like before.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah, go.
What are you
yung mga
talking
maraming bars na where's
Haji Lane? No?
Haji
Haji Lane.
Yeah.
Oh, that's it? Okay.
So that was
Yeah.
our era of
Yeah,
being
yeah,
young,
for
a
sure.
young couple traveling with not much.
Because your sister lived there also.
My sister lived there, and then finally we did the trip with the kids. So now I want to ask
Your
you.
band played there a lot.
Yun
also.
pala.
Oh wow.
We also went to. We did. Don't search for it on
Don't
YouTube.
say it na. Don't mention it.
Okay.
Never mind.
Wait, I want to know.
No.
We'll send it to you after.
It's been erased.
Yeah. Anyway.
What? It's been scrubbed.
So I want to ask you guys parang a quick kasi maraming sa podcasts namin who are young couples or basically like they're not parents. So we're a parenting podcast with no parents listening.
No, we're just a podcast hosted by parents.
Yeah.
Okay.
So first of all, what is saan maganda mag-ukay in Singapore?
There used to be a place like when I was studying there it's called Thieves Row, but it's not like they're stolen. I don't know why it was called that. It was like somewhere called Sungi Row, a road. And people just like latag their stuff on the floor on a Sunday, selling all their, it's like a flea market basically. But I mean, since that time, I don't know exactly where people buy their ukay-ukay, but there used to be like events like that. It was super low key. And then like in that Zouk, it was like a big club in like the early 2010s. People go there to party. And then on weekends, like my classmates were like art students. They would all sell their stuff there. There would be like these little artist markets and people would buy secondhand stuff there. So that was really fun. And I think maybe now in Haji Lane, there's more curated small shops, like vintage shops.
Okay.
Like that.
Nice.
Yeah.
Next.
If that's what you're looking for. Sure.
Thrift.
I also have an answer, but
Oh yeah, sorry. Right.
sorry. Yeah, for it's not exactly it, but for secondhand cameras, for vintage cameras.
Uy, maraming may gusto niyan.
Peninsula Plaza.
Yeah.
Yeah, we went there, right?
Place. You did?
The
Yes.
huge building, Ralph?
Yes.
Yung
Yeah. Huge,
The
ancient structure, but then
that's where we had our
lots of
photo
cameras,
band.
camera stores,
Yeah.
Were you looking for cameras?
accessories.
We went. There's
Pretty
also
cool.
a.
Pretty parang
That's the one with
homegrown.
Yeah, it is.
it's the one with the parang open space in the middle and it like and then it's like
Yeah.
Yun ba yun? I think
Yeah.
I think Peninsula Plaza was right in front of our hotel. Right?
Peninsula Plaza.
Sorry.
Mm.
So
But
many
yeah,
trips to
but yeah.
Singapore. Honestly, it's like
Yeah.
parang I can't remember now which trip was
Yeah.
which. Like,
They're like
Eh,
blending together.
Actually, nakakatawa kasi
Same.
I was googling I was looking for running shoes and like looking for running shoe stores, whatever. And the whole time, katabi pala namin yung Peninsula Plaza.
Yeah.
I went there and I embarrassingly, because nga it looks very, diba? Parang medyo punk rock.
Yeah.
I embarrassingly asked, "Orig naman to, diba?" So
Oh my
anyway,
it is the one
That's
in
it.
front of
Yeah.
us. Yeah.
So-
Never mind.
okay, next. Coffee. The one coffee place that they should go to.
Oh,
Are you guys into
apartment.
coffee?
Yeah.
I'm
we're
Yeah,
super into
definitely.
coffee.
Sorry, what did you say, Ralph?
Apartment.
Apartment.
We went there. We went there on our last day. A huge space near Lavender Road. It's like near your school.
Is this on your
Yeah,
vlog?
Yeah,
It's in
it's on our
it's
third
okay.
vlog. Apartment coffee. We went there like kaka-open lang. Super good. Third wave. Well, yeah. You could
Why?
smell
Why-
the notes
why-
and everything. You could smell the notes and everything.
What made you like it?
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Love. And
Just watch the
really
vlog.
good coffee, basically.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What else?
Okay. So coffee,
Okay.
ukay. Next. One social bar and one punk rock giho-esque bar.
The
Bar
thing
or
is, we're not
restaurant?
super.
Bar
yeah.
first. I want to
Okay.
before we get into food. Food is a whole
Okay.
world.
Yeah.
Okay.
The thing is, we're not super bar people. We don't like really go out at night. We're super introverted.
Not
We're like
club,
in
sorry.
bed early. Yeah.
Okay, not
Yeah.
club. It doesn't have to be a club.
Mhm.
Basically a good place to have a beer or a glass of
Yeah.
wine.
Oh, the place we went
Which one?
where we made cocktails.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jogging my memory.
Yeah, where we made the
Oh, yeah,
chendol
yeah.
drink.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty
Because
chill.
they make their own drinks, they make their own cocktails. That was really interesting. And they put this like a Singaporean spin on it. That was really good. Do you guys have a
Very
favorite bar
intimate.
that you like?
Yeah, we went to.
We actually, because we have a bar here. It's called
I
Big
know.
Fuzz, and you guys
Yeah.
should
Yeah.
drop by, please.
We will.
And so when we went to Singapore, especially this last time, we wanted to make sure to drop by some bars for inspiration. And so we went to this one. What is it called again?
It was
It's owned by Jigger and Pony.
it was the speakeasy that was so awesome. Like,
it's on my Instagram.
it's basically, sabi na, I define bars now kasi as like what is the most tito tita in terms of comfort,
Yes.
but it's still really really cool.
Yeah.
So
That's the
this was
criteria.
We are so the same as you guys. Like we don't want it to be noisy.
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
it was a beautiful place. The cocktails were great. They did bespoke.
Freaking name, but like I remember everything about it. Like the bartender's
Yeah, I'm
name is
trying to look
David
for it.
Kim.
Okay. Whoa.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I'm gonna link it on the description below.
Yeah, and then
Okay.
so next, how about date place? If you're gonna
Date place.
let's say if someone is gonna propose for marriage,
Grabe naman yung...
Oh, that epic place we went to where Taylor Swift went.
oh,
Because
wow.
they sent us there.
That was their selling
Where?
point. It's like in Marina Bay Sands, it's called Coma. Taylor Swift dined there, like finally saw her eating there, like hidden in the back, like a few times when she had her concert there.
whoa!
And then a lot of people, they told us we were gonna get that table. We didn't get that table because it's always full. Everyone wants that table where she sat, and then they take pictures
I bet they
there. And
never
like, so
wiped
I
the seat.
guess, especially if you're a Swiftie, that's the place to do it.
They
What is
dim
it
the
called
lights
again?
pa.
Coma in Marina Bay
Coma.
Sands.
With a K.
Oh.
It's
With a
Coma,
K.
right?
Yeah.
Hey, Coma with a K.
Ayan.
Coma.
Try
I
natin.
remember the name of the bar that we were talking about pala. It's called
Okay.
Live Twice. Live Twice. Pero
Yeah.
we went into this place with the band. Yung sobrang ganda. Was it
Yun nga eh. No, it's not. It's
Atlas?
Atlas.
Have you guys heard of Atlas? It's one of the best like top bars.
I've heard it's
Yeah,
like
but I
on the
think
top
On
of
the
like
top floor. Yeah.
No, it's
like
not.
an Art
it's not-
Deco building. Is that the one?
Oh,
No.
Yun yung parang grabe yung when you enter.
The structure is pretty
the
awesome.
architecture is amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've heard about it though. Everyone says that's like the one to go to.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah,
super-
And how was your experience there? What did you guys have?
What do you guys have there?
It was really good.
We-
And we couldn't take it because the drinks were just so good. And
Yeah.
we were with the band. So we switched drinks around.
Yeah.
Oh, so you could try everything.
Yeah, it was really good.
That's the way to go.
So okay, so we have the Swift restaurant, Marina Bay Swift. Okay, so we have Marina Bay Swift, we have ukay, we have coffee. Best place if on a budget. And it's like and you're looking to, let's say you are touring your girlfriend, your partner for the first time in Singapore, and you have no money, but you want them to try the best meal they've ever had. Where would it be?
Na hindi considered like a tourist trap.
Yeah.
What do you have an answer for you?
Tourist trap. Well, the lunch place we went to. Our driver recommended us this place. Parang salted egg chicken.
That was really
It
good.
was pretty good. Parang $7 or something like that. And it's like super good. And there was like super long lines. It's para siyang looked like Green Hills, like daming computer stores. And then suddenly there's a restaurant in the middle of it.
Nagugutom ako just talking about it. Salted egg chicken.
Like the
Oh my
crispiest
God.
salted egg
Like
fried
a
chicken.
pile of crispy
And
chicken.
What is it
everybody gets the
called?
same thing. Everybody gets the same thing.
It's called 3 meals a day.
3
in
meals a day.
Simlim's-
I love that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and cute. And it's in Simlim Square, which is like they sell all tech stuff like phones and
Yeah.
camera cases and stuff. And then suddenly you see like, oh, there's like a line of people eating at this. And we only learned because our driver told us randomly, all the Indonesian guests that I drive, they go here. So we're like, okay, let's go there. And it was so good. It was like super delicious.
Is
That's our
this
tip,
in your
really.
vlog?
Good. It's in our last vlog, but I don't know. I didn't know about it until he just told us, and it was so good.
Yeah.
It was really good. And
Wow.
it's really affordable, like $7.
Love it.
Best meal.
Love it, love it.
Yeah.
So I guess I would like to ask, what would be your advice for people who want to travel to Singapore?
For Filipinos
For
especially.
Filipinos, yeah. Like where to look, saan sila best guides, travel tips, what flights,
Grabe ang dami.
hacks, uh,
Oh my God.
what road mics to use. Okay. Go.
I guess it's more of like going to where the locals go.
Mhm.
And parang
Yeah.
you take it seriously. Like maybe just mix it with your high end and low end.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
I
you
like
have
that.
like the
Which looks so good,
culturally rich stuff.
Mhm.
But then you have the fancy stuff too. Because
Yeah.
Singapore is really known for that.
Mm-hmm.
But there's so many cultures, diba?
Yeah.
So try to get a
Yeah.
mix of that. Damn it. There's so much to talk about.
Did you
Yeah,
guys
and-
go to sorry Sam.
No,
Yeah, go
no.
on.
Go ahead.
No, I was gonna ask because especially Ralph, because you're a photographer. So
Mm.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, when I went there, whenever I go there, I'm always like, oh my gosh, like every place is so Instagrammable. How is it like being a
Yeah.
photographer? Like, how do you even figure out what spots to take photos of? And
Yeah.
it's so beautiful.
It is beautiful. Singapore is known for its communities. So for me lang, kasi for travel, I like shooting portraits
Yeah.
and like random people on the street, like elder folks.
Yeah.
And
Mm.
parang that's what gets me going, I guess, in terms of like if they're wearing something nice, something like an outfit they've worn their whole lives or something. More than like something like really epic,
Yeah.
na parang super wide angle.
Mm-mm.
But that's cool too. That's fun too.
Yeah,
Then
yeah.
there's a lot of those.
Yeah.
But then, yeah. I mean, and then parang integrating it with the videos. Parang it's
Yeah.
just, we're lucky to be doing it, honestly.
I love it when you went to the Hawker Center, which is
That-
like just a super Singapore staple. When you went to the Hawker Center and then you shared like your favorite drink when you were a student, and then Ralph, like you took a photo of simply just the table and chairs, and even just the table and chairs in the Hawker Center is again like it's just so picturesque, and I just like really seeing Singapore from the eyes of a creative couple such as you guys. And
yeah.
yeah, medyo parang na nostalgic rin.
Nostalgic.
You should
Because
travel
Singapore is
soon.
really nostalgic. A destination for us, diba? Like
Mm-mm.
Laneway.
Yes.
Mhm.
Oh
I
yeah,
mean, you
Laneway.
guys, you guys played.
Yeah.
You guys played there, diba?
We are yan na namin, claim to fame namin. We're the first Filipino band ever to play in Laneway.
No
First and last.
way.
I didn't say
Last,
that.
not last.
What year was
Not
I
that?
really hope they're bringing it back. I mean,
20.
did you guys go in the okay, go.
Actually, Jim and I, before we got married we watched, or married na tayo nun, we watched a Laneway festival in Singapore for the first time.
2012,
It was
we
the best
watched.
lineup though.
It was
The
Yuck.
best.
And then
We were there.
We were there. We
Ah,
were
really?
there. We
Yeah,
were
so
there. The best.
it was
But I think
Yuck,
our
it was
so-
Cult.
trip together as a
Yeah.
couple also. I think that was
Ah,
our first
really?
trip. That was the same one.
Yes.
Oh.
So it was so surreal because the year after we were invited to
Yeah.
play.
Wow.
No. Like, I guess, yeah.
So maybe
Yeah,
But
few
I did
years.
tell Sab, like, while we were
Yeah.
watching Yuck,
Mhm.
I said,
Whoa.
and we didn't have a band that time. I said, we need to start a band. And
No, it was influential.
yeah, super.
Yeah.
So
That's so interesting.
kaya I think it's so Singapore has been like mostly nga for us, like as a young couple, like
Yeah.
Perfect for a young couple's
Going
first
out,
trip.
Dang,
No?
gigs, and
yeah.
then but and then now our band members nga are two young boys. So we actually, and the funny thing is that now that I am a father,
Mhm.
it was the first time that I actually became the Daniel Craig of Singapore. I rode on a bike.
Oh, okay. I was like waiting for you to explain that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did. A Vespa.
Yeah, so nakakatawa. So Sab and I,
How was that?
we did the Vespa sidecar tours.
Yeah,
Oh,
Singapore. It's called
nice.
Singapore
Yeah.
Sidecars. It's a Vespa tour.
And
Okay.
so first of all, the guy who introduces himself,
Mhm.
His name
he
is Simon.
he looked like the Glenn Powell of Singapore.
What?
Okay. He,
Okay.
despite the weather in Singapore, he had a thick white denim jacket.
Yeah.
And he looked so comfortable. He looked so comfortable. He was like, he looked cool.
And he looked happy.
Like, he looked happy. And then, so
Aw.
anyway, si Glenn Powell, he was the one who was driving Sab. So Sab was on the
Mhm.
sidecar. And I, in all my non-glory, was clutching to the thing,
Sidecar.
the sidecar, and then had a helmet. Because yeah, I don't ride motorcycles. Yeah.
Not even roller coasters. Yeah.
So anyway, I was there, and then like, oh my god, there's a car, 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 there's a car beside me, there's a car, there's a car, there's a car beside me. So like, and then we were going fast, and all I could see was Glenn Powell and Sab like conversing. Like, so see, Glenn Powell was like,
You couldn't hear us, but in your head, what were you talking
in my head was like, parang,
Madalas ka ba dito?
he was like, saan ka mamaya?
Yeah.
Pero he was like super like
That was not what was happening.
they were flying, and me. Again, it was an awesome experience. Pero I mean, like, I just have never felt so non-manly in my life. So that's one
Oh,
experience
yeah.
as a
Yeah.
father.
It was a great experience, by the way. We zoomed past like these highways, and then you could see Marina Bay Sands. Na,
Oh wow.
sobrang against like a backdrop of just amazing clear blue skies, and
And then we did and then so after that, actually we also did, kaya nga medyo kakaiba rin with the kids. We did the
Mhm.
zoo.
yes, the zoo of
Um,
course. One
we
of the
did
best zoos.
we did the zoo. We did the
My
Museum of Ice Cream. Have you guys gone to that?
No, I didn't know
yeah.
there was a music.
See, so that's what that's.
Sounds
I think that's why
amazing,
it's
yeah.
interesting because like those are
it's a
things
different
that
experience.
yeah.
We
Yeah,
went to
super different
Cloud
experience.
Forest. Have
I've
you
never
been
been
there?
there.
Pag nakita mo, when
Yeah.
you see Marina Bay Sands, and then there's this
Mhm.
structure where
Yes,
it's like glass enclosure, whatever.
Uh-huh.
But when you enter, it's very cold,
Oh,
and you really feel like you're in a forest, and then there's music na parang nasa Jurassic Park ka. It's really, I would
Ako yun, Bet.
recommend that.
That's my
Really?
With a lot of mist. Is that
Yes.
the part?
Yes.
I always,
Yeah.
So
I always see people
I've gone
post it.
I've gone
Oh,
there,
I've gone there.
like
You've been there.
separately, like way back. Because
Ganda,
I used to
diba?
write, and then parang
Oh, this is
I
like
was
press
sent there
trip.
for a press
So
trip.
nice, right?
It's always
Also
been
the
there.
ano,
Parang,
the butterfly carnival.
That's a song.
And then the butterfly
sandwich.
butterfly world.
Flower garden.
Parrot world.
Bird paradise.
Bird paradise.
Butterfly garden. Paradise. Yeah, well, that was an experience.
Bird paradise was awesome. We were eating, and then there were like a bunch of birds.
Yeah,
So
huge.
it's perfect for
Oh.
perfect again because our kids were like,
Yeah.
oh my god,
Yeah.
birds! I love it.
Oh.
Wow.
And we did the children's museum. We did ano pa?
Which yung Children's Museum, it had like a whole hawker. Parang the
Yeah, that was
background
really
of
cute.
The hawker.
It allows kids to
culture.
kind of like do
How cute.
like work in a parang do
Working.
parang be a hawker. Yeah. Work in a hawker. Yeah. And then lastly, yung Jewel Changi.
Oh, yeah.
That was did you guys go there?
Yes,
Yes.
amazing.
The last day.
Grabe.
Pretty
And our first time there.
Yeah.
Grabe.
Me too.
So
First time
cool.
ko rin
You too, yeah.
Parang, how did this happen? This whole thing.
I
But
know.
this whole Singapore is very known for its flavors rin.
Mhm.
And we went to this restaurant na apparently a lot of Filipino chefs go to get
Oh.
inspiration. It's called New Ubin Seafood.
Oh.
Tapos hindi siya, it's not fine dining.
Right.
You guys haven't
Yeah.
gone there?
I've never
It's
been
not
there.
fine
Not
dining.
yet,
It's as
but-
in, they have this thing called heart attack rice.
What?
Oh
What's
yeah,
it?
ito yung best resto ko.
Catchy.
This was it.
It was good.
What was in
New
it? What's in the
Ubin
heart
Seafood.
attack rice? I'm so
Heart attack rice
curious.
was
Okay.
steak.
Yeah,
Ooh.
just,
It was
what,
like-
what do you think heart attacks are made of?
like a lot of like fatty.
Yeah.
But it
Sounds
was
good. It sounds
and
really
everything was good actually in that restaurant.
Yeah.
As in like
good.
it was
Oh.
sarap.
Was it a lot of
Yeah.
seafood?
Like specialties talaga,
Yes.
local
Yes,
specialties.
seafood.
Local specialties with
Yeah.
semi twist.
Mm.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's nice.
We also
And is it like
did,
an open air type one?
Wait, our
No.
favorite lunch,
Oh, no.
our favorite dinner was also something like that.
Yeah.
Parang crazy spread of like
Yun.
a circle table and then
Yeah.
lapag lang sa lapag ng food. Like it's crazy. Like steamed fish,
Ako rin
For
gutom na.
fun.
midnight for fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Parang a raw yolk on top of like noodles. It's
Sarap.
crazy.
But what other workshops did you do pala aside from the making the cocktail? Did you do other?
Yeah,
Workshops.
yeah. We were able to do like some creative workshops that they set up for us. We did like a leather craft workshop where we had to like sew our own card holders.
Yeah.
Which is funny because Ralph said he's never sewn before, like ever. Like, you know, like in school we like
Yes.
do like sewing and stuff.
Yes.
He's never done it, but he was really fast. He was even faster than us, like the girls who did the
Wow.
class. So I don't know. I guess he's naturally good at it. So that's cool. We also did like a bag upcycling class. They asked us to bring like an old t-shirt and
Oh,
then
wow.
we turned it into a tote bag. And then
Wow.
I think they do it in a way where there's no, not much stitching. And then there's no waste. Every bit of the shirt is like cut and turned into a part of the bag. So that was really
Wow.
cool. Very interesting. I mean, stuff like we wouldn't have done if we had just gone to Singapore otherwise. So it's really cool
Yeah.
that they set those creative classes up for us. Like stuff we didn't know we could do.
And that's something that like people can just like if they go to Singapore, they enlist in those workshops.
Mhm. They can sign up for these classes. Like the Leathercraft workshop is in Haji Lane.
Mm.
The other one is close to like Raffles Hotel lang. It's like everything's sort of close by. And you can like sign up for these classes online. I think the bag class is called Make by Jin Lee. They have like an Instagram. And she makes all upcycled bags. She's a Singaporean designer. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the Leathercraft workshop is called Crafune. It's like on Instagram also.
I love it.
Yeah.
And that's why it's really perfect for young couples. Lalo na kung parang dating ka lang kayo. Because
for sure.
then you find out like, oh my gosh, ang galing mo palang magtahe.
You're keeper.
Parang hassle nun kasi you guys flew there tapos you realize like, oh my God,
Hindi ka pala marunong.
hindi ka pala marunong maggawa ng leather. What a
Parang
loser.
Pagdating sa Pinas, ghost.
Ghost.
Go. Pagbalik. Ghost. Yeah.
Oh no.
Now, if you were to go back to Singapore really soon, like what is the first place you would go to out of maybe something that you've mentioned kanina or just something you haven't yet?
I would honestly, for me, go back to the Maxwell Food Center, which is like when we were first dating, we would go there all the time. This trip, it was more of like new experiences. So I'd love to go back there and just eat the chicken rice. Like I think those are the best meals. They're like so good. They're so affordable and so easy to get to. It's so accessible. And like when I am here and I think about like, I used to live in Singapore, that's the meals that I miss the most.
There's so many things we haven't done
Yeah.
yet, even if we spent like 4 or 5 days there.
There's a lot
Like,
to do still.
Maxwell Center, right? The curry puff,
Mhm.
the crispy Indonesian fried chicken
Yeah.
Mm.
with
Oh, I
lots
want
of parang
that.
crispy garlic on top.
Set up, yeah.
I didn't see it the last time, but dami.
Kasi when we're when we go there with the band, it's always
Yeah, just
Yeah.
hawker.
really?
Yes.
But it's
Hawker,
perfect
hawker,
for like
hawker.
when you're a lot of people also, everyone can get what they want.
The different
Yeah.
sizes pa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah.
Oh, siya.
Are you guys
Yeah.
hungry? Like we are.
I'm so hungry.
Kain tayo, man.
Really hungry. Yeah.
Thank you guys for joining us and
Oh yeah.
so kain na?
You guys want to invite them to check out your vlog where they can find all of the stuff that you were talking about earlier?
Yeah. I hope you guys can check out our vlog, especially our Singaporean series. We talked about, we visited all the places that we talked about. It's Ralph and Sam on YouTube.
Then you can follow us on Instagram too, Ralph Mendo and Sam Potenciano.
Yeah. And if you guys want to hear, to learn more about all the places that we mentioned or more stuff that's only uniquely made in Singapore, you can go to VisitSingapore.com and all their socials. It's also Visit Singapore and discover places you've never been to and just get excited for your next travel to Singapore. All right. Thanks, Ralph and Sam.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
So much,
You guys
guys.
You guys are the best.
Can we take a photo? Can we
Of
take
course.
photos for a photo?
We're going to end the podcast now, but we can stay
Okay.
up. Bye.
Bye.